নহয় এক্সপায়াৰি হৈ নাযায় আৰু মইতো ছাৰক সুধি চাম কোনে পায় কগনচি
নহয় নহয় ছাৰ মানে কথাটো মানে এক্সপায়াৰ হোৱা নাই মানে ক্লাছটো মোৰ টোটেলি মানে মোৰ অপশ্যনে নাই ৰেটিং দিবলৈ
আচ্ছা 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 এইটো কোনে পায় মিন্ময় ছাৰ
হয় ছাৰ মিন্ময় ছাৰে ছাৰে মেণ্টৰ ছাৰক ক'বলৈ দিলে আগতে তাৰপিছত সেইকাৰণে ছাৰ আপোনাক জনালো
ঠিক আছে মই যাম বাৰু
অ'কে ছাৰ থেংক ইউ ছাৰ
ওকে so all of you are present give your attendance first so all are requested to please give your attendance so that I will start the class Yakin Minhas are you there Yakin Minhas, are you there? 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 Okay. So, if you are not there, please join the class immediately. Okay. So, today I am going to start a new topic, that is tablet. All of you know what is tablet? Mornali Deka, can you say? Can you tell me what is tablet? What is tablet? Mornali Deka. Roll number 71. Can you tell me what is tablet? Am I audible to you, all of you? Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So roll number 71. Can you tell me what is tablet?
Uh, tablets are oral doses form made up of medicament or medicaments, sir.
Oral doses form. Only.
Yes, sir. Sir?
It is only oral doses form.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So how many tablets you have seen? Type of tablets. Type of tablets.
Hello, sir.
Type of tablets. Roll number 45. Roll number 45. Can you tell me what is tablet? What is tablet?
Sir, tablet is a solid dosage form
Hmm.
which is used to means which is generally used for for treatment or what
Treatment of?
treatment of disease which we can take orally.
Hmm. Treatment of disease which we can take orally. Okay. Disease we can take orally or tablet we can take orally.
Sir, no, sir, not disease. Sir, tablet we can take orally.
Okay, fine. So, Bornali Deka, can you tell me types of tablet? How many types of tablet you have seen? Do you know what is bilayer tablet? Bornali Deka. Noor Yasmin Begum. Wah. Noor Yasmin
Hello.
Begum. Wah.
স্যার কোশ্চেনটো কি?
What is bilayer tablet? Have you seen
স্যার
bilayer
তাত
tablet?
দুটা লেয়াৰ থাকে মানে দুটা কোটিং থাকে।
দুটা কোটিং থাকে। কিয় থাকে দুটা কোটিং?
আৰু
কি
যাতে
থাকে তাত?
মানে
দুটা লেয়াৰত
বিটাৰ
কি থাকে? দুটা লেয়াৰত কি থাকে তাত?
মানে দুটা তাৰ বিটাৰ টেষ্টটো মানে মাৰ্কছ কৰিবৰ কাৰণে আৰু যাতে ডিগ্ৰেড নহয় সেইটোৰ কাৰণে।
Wrong answer. Bilayer tablet. Bilayer tabletত কি থাকে?
তাত বাইলেয়াৰ টেবলেট চাগে স্যাৰ আই থিংক টু টাইপছৰ মানে কাম কৰে বডি যোৱাৰ পিছত
That means
কম্পজিশ্যন
what?
অলপ বেলেগ।
Yes, that means it is two types of composition, active pharmaceutical ingredients. Aceclofenac plus paracetamol tablet. Have you heard? Zerodol P, Zerodol SP, aceclofenac plus seratiopeptidase. Have you heard? Have you heard the brand name all these? Zerodol P, Zerodol SP.
Zerodol SP.
Have you seen two types of two
Have you
colored
seen two
tablets?
types of two colored tablets?
Two colored tablets.
Two colored tablets.
Have you seen two colored tablets? Two different colored tablets in a same tablet. That means they have two different colors. Inda Manva, can you tell me what is coated tablets?
Hello?
Can you tell me what is coated tablets? Have you seen coated tablets? Why it is?
Yes, sir.
What is the use of
Hello,
coated
sir.
tablets? What is the use of coated tablets?
Um, mask the test,
Yeah. What's the
protection,
protection? Protection from what?
uh,
Protection from what?
protection from bacteria,
Protection from
bacteria.
bacteria. No, not only for bacteria. To improve the stability.
To improve the stability.
Is not it?
Is not it?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Stability means
Stability
physical,
means
physical interaction,
physical interaction,
chemical interaction.
chemical interaction.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
today
So today
I'm just going to start
I'm
the
just going
tablets.
to start the tablets.
Okay.
Okay.
So just wait. Okay. So what is tablet? Tablet is defined as a compressed solid dosage form containing medicaments with or without excipients. According to the Indian Pharmacopoeia, pharmaceutical tablets are solid, flat, or convex dishes. Unit dosage form that is prepared by compressing a drug or a mixture of drugs with or without diluents. Okay. So have you understood what is tablet? It is solid unit dosage form containing medicaments. Okay. So it have definite shape and size. Okay. That means round shape, convex, bioconvex. Okay. So it is mainly used with the help of, that means we are taking the tablet with the help of buccal cavity. Okay. So that is the definition of tablet. So have you seen the that means slide? Have you seen what I am sharing? On a
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
okay. Yes. Okay. So advantage of solid dosage form. Why we are using the advantage? Why we are using the tablet? And what is the advantage of tablet? So they are unit dosage form and offer a greatest capabilities of all oral dosage forms. The greatest dosage precision and at least contain variability. So the manufacturing cost is very low. It is very light and compact. Okay. So easiest and cheapest to package a strip. Have you seen the packaging of the tablet? What types of packaging you have seen? Packaging of tablet. Have you seen the packages of tablet?
Yes, sir.
Have you seen how many types of packaging? Do you know?
No, sir.
Don't know. Okay, later on I will discuss. So it is easy to swallow and with least tendency to hang up, and sustained release product is possible by enteric coating. So we can prepare the targeted doses form with the help of tablets. Targeted doses form means what a
So
target.
the
tar-
the the medicines which will target a specific organ or tissue.
Yeah, definitely specific organ. Hmm. So we are preparing the enteric coated tablets. Enteric coated tablets are also a targeted drug delivery, is not it? So it is very easy to, that means, control the drug release of a particular drug in the form of tablet. So tablet, that's why tablet is very effective. It is very low of cost. It have the high stability. It is very cheapest. That means it is very cheaper to manufacture. It is very easy to packaging or manufacture. It is easy to swallow. Is not it? So there are lots of conditions are there. That means they have the greatest advantage from the tablet. So so we can marks the bitter taste and order of a tablet with the help of coating. Okay. So in case of large scale production, it is very suitable. Okay. So it have the higher microbial and chemical stability. Okay. Then it is very easy to identify the product. Okay. It is very uh, that is very easy to go for the evaluation test of all parameters. We can go for the evaluation test with the help of different parameters. The parameters are very easy. Okay, whether the tablets are proper or not, we can identify it properly. So ultimately, all over every, that means, steps, every from every point of view, it is very useful. Okay. So okay, then disadvantage of tablet for large quantity, for large numbers, for that means if doses form, if we require the higher doses form, then if we are preparing the tablet, that means it is very difficult to swallow. When we require higher doses form, then the size of the tablets become bigger. If the size of the tablet becomes bigger, then it will be very difficult to swallow. And we are very we cannot give the tablets for unconscious patients. Those who have in critical condition, those who have in unconscious mode, we cannot give the tablets to them. Okay. So some of drugs have the tendency that it does not compress. Okay. So it does not compact and compressed. Okay. So those who have the amorphous in nature and those who have the low density materials, they does not have the tendency to compact and compress. So we have the that means pathway. We are taking the pathway to prepare the tablets by compression method. Okay, we are preparing the tablets with the help of compression method. But those substance in amorphous form or low density, they does not have the tendency to compress. So in this case, for those substances, we are not going to prepare the proper tablet formulation. Okay. So next is, so those who have bitter taste, those who have objectionable odor, or drugs that have sensitive to oxygen. Okay, those who have oxygen sensitive. Okay, so they, in that case we have to go for encapsulation or coating. Okay, so in that case, capsule may offer the best and lowest cost. So those substance who have the bitter odor and objectionable taste and objectionable odor and bitter taste, in that case we have to go for prefer that particular substance in the encapsulation form. Okay, so in comparative view, when we are going for prepare that particular tablet, in that case we have, if we are preparing the capsule only, that it minimize the cost, that means it will cost effective. Okay, so different types of tablets. Okay, so I am asking what are the different types of tablets, you are not give to a proper answer to me. So different types of tablets, what are the different types of tablets are there? So first one is the tablets that ingested orally, those who are taking the orally. So these are the classification. What are the classification? First one is the compressed tablet. Example is paracetamol tablet. Then multiple compressed tablets. Multiple compressed tablets. Okay. Next one is the repeat action tablets. Repeat action tablets. Number 4 is delayed release tablets. That is called enteric-coated tablets. Next one is the sugar coating tablets, flame coating tablets. Next, chewable tablets. Okay, so these are the tablets which we are taking orally. Okay, these are the 7 classes of tablets. So next is the tablets used in the oral cavity. Those who have already dissolved in our oral, our mouth. Okay, that is buccal tablet, sublingual tablet, then lozenge or torches, and dental cone. So these are mainly used in our buccal cavity. And number A is we are using in the, we are taking it in our oral route, and it will go into our stomach or intestine. Okay, so these are the different types of tablets preparations. Okay, so do you have any confusion what is compressed tablet, multiple compressed tablets? I am talking about bilayer tablets. These are the bilayer tablets, are the multiple compressed tablets. Okay, repeat action tablets, those who have giving the immediate action. Delayed release tablets, that is enteric coated tablets. Sugar coated tablets, those who are coating with the sugar, that is example multivitamin tablets. Film coating, that is metronidazole tablets. Okay, so chewable tablet, that is antacid tablet, those we are taking in our buccal cavity and we just chew it. Okay, so this is the types of tablets. And another one is the, what is another one? That is tablet administered by other route. Other route means other than mouth. That is implementation tablet, those which we are implement. Okay, Number 2 is vaginal tablet. Okay, example is clotrimazole tablets, those who are used in the fungal infection. Number D, that is tablet used in the preparation of solution. Okay, for the preparation of solution, that means we are using the tablet, we are just pour the tablet in a suitable solvent like water, dissolve the tablet in the water, then we take it. Okay, number 1 is the effervescent tablet. Okay, example is Dispirin. Okay, number 2, dispensing tablet, that is enzyme tablets are dispensing tablet. Then hypodermic tablet, and number 4 is tablet tinctures. Tablet tincture is also used in as a for enzyme tablet. Okay. Next, what are the ingredients we are using in the preparation of tablet? What are the ingredients we are mainly using in the preparation of tablet? So first, active ingredients. First, we are using active ingredients, that is called API. That means it is called drug. Okay. So along with the drug, we are using lots of excipients. When I am already told you that when you are taking 500 mg paracetamol tablet, when you are going for weighing it, it shows the 650 or 640 mg or 650 60 mg, 640 650 660 mg, like that. Why? Because we are taking only 500 mg paracetamol tablet. That means the active constituent of that particular tablet have only 500 mg paracetamol. But including 500 mg paracetamol, we have also another excipients, those which are using to form the tablet in a stable form, which helps the tablet to become a stable form. It does not have any other therapeutic value. Okay, so excipients does not have any other therapeutic value. They are used to help the preparation of the tablet formulation. So what are the excipients? So excipients are, number 1 is diluent, number 2 is binder or adhesive, number 3 is disintegrants, number 4 is lubrication and glidance, number 5 is coloring agent, number 6 is flavoring agent, number 7 is sweetening agent. So do you know all these things? What are the ingredients we are using in the preparation of tablet? Do you know these things earlier, that we are using all these ingredients? We are studying about the pre-formulation. What is pre-formulation? That means drug excipients compatibility. Compatibility means if drugs is compatible with the other excipients or not. What are the excipients? These are the excipients actually. These are the excipients. What are the excipients? These are. So what is the use of excipients? They are only used to help the formulation, help to prepare the proper formulation in a proper state. They does not have any therapeutic value. They does not react with, that means they does not use to cure the disease. They are only used to formulate the particular dosage form. They are only helping. Okay. So these are mainly the constituents, excipients, that is used to preparation of a tablet. Okay. So what is the function of main excipients? Function of excipients. So the function of excipients are it impart weight, accuracy and volume. That is called as a filler. What is the use of filler? That means it gives the proper size and shape, impart weight, accuracy and volume. Then improve solubility. Improve solubility. The excipients are used to improve the solubility of a drug. Then increase stability, enhance bioavailability, then modifying drug release. Modifying drug release means we are using the polymers to modify the drug release. If we are using that means immediate release tablets, then we are using the super disintegrants that will disintegrate the drug immediately within short of period of time. At that particular time, they will go with the systemic circulation. And we are using some polymers that have the extended release formulation. Used as a extended release formulation, in that case the drug will release slowly, okay, slowly drug will release and it will go with the systemic circulation slowly, okay, that is called modified drug release. Then assist product identification. Assist product identification. How we can assist the product identification with the help of, that means excipients, by adding the coloring agent. For bilayer tablets, if you are not adding the colors, you cannot identify that it is bilayer tablet. You cannot identify that it is the bilayer tablet. Okay. So by adding coloring agent, we can assist the product identification. When you are going for Norflox tablet, when you are suffering from diarrhea, when you are taking Norflox tablet, then you have the thing on the mind that, oh, that yellow color tablet is the Norflox. Is not it? The yellow color tablet is the Norflox tablet. Why? Because they are using the yellow color in the for the preparation of the formulation. They are using the yellow color. Okay. When you see the yellow color tablet, long tablet, that means that is, oh, okay, this is Norflox tablet. Okay. When you are taking the, that means Dizin, that is pink color tablet. Okay. When you are seeing the large round shape, that is pink color tablet, or it is Dizin. That is come in our back of the mind. That is identification purpose. Increase the patient acceptability to improve their quality and their improve their physical appearance. That is, patient can accept. That is, I am saying, yes, this yellow color tablet is the Norflox tablet. Yes, the pink color tablet is the Dizin tablet. We can accept it, is not it? To increase the patient acceptability. Next, what is the facilitated dosage form design? What does it mean? We can prepare the particular doses. If we are thinking for preparing the coated tablet, with the help of excipients, we can prepare the coated tablet. If we think for the, we are using, that means sustained release tablet, we can using with the help of excipients, we can prepare the sustained release tablet. If we are going for the double layer bilayer tablets, then we can use with the help of excipients, we can prepare the bilayer tablets. If we are going for matrix tablet, then we can go for the, with the help of excipients, we can go for the matrix tablets. Okay. So it is the definition and derivation. That means classification. Classification is depends upon the excipients. What type of excipients we are used? It is mainly depends on the excipients. Okay. If we are using super disintegrant on that particular tablet, then it will be definitely go. That means it will we are preparing the immediate release tablet only. It will become immediate release. Okay. So everything is depend upon, other than active ingredients, everything is depend upon the excipients. Which form we want to actually give it. In what type of formulation actually we want to prepare. It is mainly depend on the excipients. Okay. So any confusion regarding excipients, why it is used? Do you have any? Okay. So are you understood? Are you hear my voice clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay. So first one is the diluent. What is diluent? See, this is first one is the diluent. Okay. What is diluent actually? So diluents are also called as fillers. Okay. It is used to make the required bulk of the tablet when drug doses form itself inadequate to produce the bulk. If we are taking the low amount of drug, 0.5 mg, 0.25 mg propranolol tablet, 0.25 mg tablet, okay, if we are the active pharmaceutical ingredient, the quantity of the active pharmaceutical ingredient, if it is very low, then we are using the diluent. 0.25 mg, there is very minimum quantity. Along with the 0.525 mg, you cannot go for the preparation of a drug tablet, is not it? So you need the fillers. That means that make the size and shape, give the proper size and shape of the tablet. That is called diluent. So secondary reason is to provide better tablet properties such as improve the cohesion, to permit use of direct compression manufacturing to promote flow. So a diluent should have following properties. What is the properties of a diluent? Ideal properties of a diluent. So diluent should be non-toxic. So it should be commercially available in acceptable grade. Okay. The cost of diluent must be very low, and it should be physiologically inert. Okay. And it should be physically and chemically stable. Okay. Chemically stable means it does not have any drug excipients compatibility. It should be compatible with the drug and with the other excipients. That means it does not have any chemical interactions. So it should be free from microbial contamination. Okay. And it does not alter the bioavailability of the drug. Bioavailability means in what time that particular drug goes into the systemic circulation. Okay, the time required to go with the time required for a drug to go with the systemic circulation, and it should have the color compatible. If you are preparing the yellow color tablet, then the diluent should have the color compatibility. Okay. So what are the commonly used diluents in the preparation of the tablets? Okay. So lactose anhydrous and spray dried lactose is an example of diluent that is used in the preparation of tablet. Okay. So in direct compression, that is starch. Okay, starch that is the grade 1500. It is the grade. So we are using the starch as a diluent. Okay. Then hydrolyzed starch. It is also used as a diluent. Then MCC, it is called microcrystalline cellulose. Okay. Then dibasic calcium phosphate, calcium sulfate dihydrate, mannitol, sorbitol, sucrose, okay, dextrose. So these are the common examples of tablet diluents. Okay. So these are the main common examples of tablet diluents. So next come with the binders. What are binders? So these are the materials are added to either dry in and wet form to form the granules, or it to form the cohesive complex for directly compressed tablets. So how many types of preparation the types of formulation of tablets? Type of formulation of tablets. Granulation techniques. How many types of granulation techniques are there, students? Do you know how many types of granulation techniques are there in the preparation of tablets? Roll number 9. Can you tell me how many types of formulation, that means granulation techniques are there in the formulation of tablet? Roll number 9.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me how many types of uh, techniques are there for the preparation of tablet, granulation techniques? জানা না তুমি?
Nice, sir.
নাজানা? Roll number 16.
Yes, sir.
Wow. How many types of granulation techniques are there?
গম নাপাওঁ।
গম নোপোৱা? Sajid,
No, sir.
কোৱাচোন Sajid. Sajid, can you tell me how many types of granulation techniques are there? granulation techniques for the preparation of tablets. Roll number 30, roll number 31. Roll number 30.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me the techniques, granulation techniques? How many types of granulation techniques are there?
Three types.
Kiki.
Sir, dry granulation, wet,
Hmm.
and
Hmm?
direct, dry and wet.
Dry granulation, wet granulation, and
Direct
direct what?
compression.
Compression. Good. So dry granulation technique is also called as a dry compression. That is two types mainly: dry granulation, wet granulation, and dry granulation and wet granulation. Okay. So what is the use of binders? In case of wet granulation, we are using the liquid binders. Okay. So in case of dry granulation, we are using the dry binders. So what is the example of binders? That is acacia, trachagant, cellulose derivatives, that is methyl cellulose, hydroxypropyl cellulose. Okay. Hydroxypropyl methyl cellulose, that is called HPMC. HPMC grade, lots of grades are there. HPMC 100K, 100M, K50M, K15M. Okay, these are various grades are there. That is from cellulose derivative. Next is gelatin. Okay, then glucose, PVP, that is polyvinyl pyrrolidone. Okay, then starch paste, sodium alginate, sorbitol. So these are the examples of binders. So binders for the wet granulation, we are using the liquid binders. Okay, in some cases we are using the dry binders also along with the liquid binders. Okay, so in case of wet granulation, we are using only dry binders. So this is about the fillers and binders, and this is about the excipients. So in the next class, we are and that means starting with the disintegrants. What are the disintegrants? Fine. So any confusion regarding up to this? So do you have any?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have any confusion regarding diluent binders and what is tablet? If you have any confusion, what is the type of tablets? If you have any confusion, you can ask. No confusion.
No, sir.
Okay,
No,
fine.
sir.
Okay, fine then. Up to today, today's class is over. Up to this, I will take the class. So I will take the class in the tomorrow. Tomorrow is the class. Any classes there? I think there is a class. Okay. So I will discuss tomorrow. Fine.
Right, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So student may leave after giving the your attendance. Okay. I think all of you have give your attendance. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.